Everyone's story starts before treatment. That's the message at the Guest House Ocala, a premier quality treatment facility located on a 52-acre estate in Ocala. Great Day Live got the chance to take a tour.
So we're here today with John West, the co-founder of the Guest House Ocala. Thanks, this place is beautiful to look at.
Thank you for coming and visiting. We're so happy to have you.
So tell me about the Guest House Ocala. What should people out there know?
The Guest House Ocala, basically we treat anyone who has traumatic events that have happened in their life and they're stuck somehow. We welcome them and make sure that everything that they have, their medications, if there's any kind of detox, they're taken care of. We have a functional medicine doctor who goes over all the things that they may be deficient in. And then we slowly introduce them into the community, because everything we do here is based on attachment and trust and being in a safe environment. Our entire staff is trained in trauma by Judy Crane. Everybody on property, down to the housekeepers, the maintenance people, they've all done some sort of training in trauma. So any person that you walk up to on this property is a safe person. When we first were looking all over the world, for a property, we came on property and Judy saw this fountain. And in the fountain, there's a little girl with a butterfly. When she first started out in doing this work, she worked at a place called Wayside House, and the butterfly was the symbol of where she started her journey. That one little thing that she saw was, basically cemented it. They said, this is the place. So this is Nigel and Basil, our trauma llamas. They're incredibly soft and sensitive, and one of our guests brought a bed out here and slept under the stars next to the llamas, because it was the only place for about a week where he felt safe. If a guest needs something, we do everything we possibly can to make that possible for them to heal.
So the llamas, the space, two things you mentioned that make you stand out and are so different. What are some other things that make you guys different?
I guess the amount of effort, staff, and thought that goes into every client. Give the clients everything they possibly need or want or ask for their healing. Medically, we've got more doctors than we should. We've got more staff than we should. We basically do everything we possibly can to take care of 35 clients. The first phone call, if somebody's in trouble, with a substance or trauma, it takes them 7 years to pick up the phone.
Wow.
The first time, and so they may never call again. So if we get that phone call, we have to make sure that we're there for them, we're ready, we can take them 24 hours a day. Medically, we're staffed for whatever situation they're in medically. We can bring them in 24/7 on the weekends, and they're going to be safe, because if we're not there, who knows what's going to happen.
So who is this for? Who is that picks up the phone and calls? Tell me about who belongs here, fits in here, who you can help, take to the next step.
Well, 21 years ago, it was me. I was a young kid who'd gone to, good schools, and I had some traumatic things that happened in my life. I had an addiction. And I had this idea that if something happened to me, I'm in recovery, if something happened to me and I had to go off to treatment, I wouldn't know where to go. I had been to a few different places, but they had sold and changed. And in talking to Judy, we kind of had this crazy, wild idea that let's go build it and staff it with the people that we know are the best in the world. This place is for anyone who basically is just stuck. And that can be, stuck and they have the courts after them, or stuck in a marriage or a business relationship, or they haven't accomplished their dreams, and they're just feeling they need joy and a future. And I would say being stuck and doing things that are hurting yourself.
We talked about the property. We talked about having all this space. Why is this all so important?
So basically, there are very few truly residential treatment centers left kind of in the country. And we have 52 acres. This right here is the beginning of a meditation trail that goes through the woods and wraps through along the way. There are different spots to meditate. We're able to be creative and trust the intuition of our therapists who've been doing this for a long time. Sometimes you're restricted if you're just inside a group room or an office once a week with a therapist. Here we can use this beautiful property to truly do the work.
So to wrap up, I want to ask you this. We started with what makes you different is you walk in, you have a beautiful fountain, a beautiful entrance, going through everything we've seen to all this property, the staffing. What is the one message that you want people out there to know about the Guest House Ocala?
I would say that if you're in pain, if you're hurting, you just hang in there, don't give up, and reach out. And if it's us or somebody else, just hang in there and don't give up.
And you can learn more by heading to guesthouseocala.com.